So, I happen to have done a little crafting, went around just looking at all the things to make sure what I needed to do and all that, get ready for the day, get started, and start off the general adventure. There's really nothing immediately pressing to do in the game, just because, oh, there's not or anything really you need to do for starters in the first place. Yeah, just kind of gentle kind of time. There's already cleared out the dungeon. I don't think I can start the summer dungeon until summer starts. I think I might be incorrect by saying that, but I think that's how it works. Yeah, just nice, easy, gentle going. I normally use like Skype and stuff like that to communicate with people, but kind of recently I've fallen into using Discord, and it's definitely a lot better. Probably just because of servers and all that. That pretty much being the only reason. Well, Skype, it always starts to update, and for the most part I always try to like push it back as far as possible. But that doesn't really always go over so well. Because it started needing you to... It wouldn't let you do anything until you started actually using it. I just realized I missed the mail lady. Yeah, things are falling apart pretty fast. I'm thinking I can't keep up with this because just can't carry a decent conversation while I'm trying to remember every like task that I normally do, because it's definitely not automated. Like, I can't do it on autopilot. I actually have to think about every little thing that I have to do, and I think I've decided I'm going to marry either Melody or Ned. I've pretty much narrowed it down to those two, unless someone could make a strong observation to tell me otherwise. That's pretty much how that's gonna go. Where's Danny? Where are you? Oh yeah, Danny's working for his family across the way. Oh yeah, we haven't seen this one because Rosette's store wasn't even available. Also, you like cherries, but I'm not giving you my high-grade cherries. You're getting the low-level cherries that I've been farming from the tree. Because I took as many as I needed, not as many as I should. Oh yeah, she does all the shipping. Oh. That's rude. Oh, there's Danny. Wow, you were yelling all the way over there. Well, it's probably your own fault, and you know it. Also, that's dangerous. Do I have any fish? I don't. I cooked the only fish I had. Oh, there's just, you know, a lake nearby. Well, not up here. Wow, Eunice is not doing the laundry. I'm pretty much neglecting my farm. All the tasks are falling apart. This is the part where I need to get those monsters. Oh. Are you interrupting me? Fried pike. Well, that's not fried pike. Also, unless it was grilled, I probably wouldn't have it. Hey, it's a char. I should probably fish a lot more fish, just because it's a, easy thing to do. Hey, here's a fish. You're Oriental.
You knew that I am partial to...
Yeah, that's just blatant racism. So, you know, I just kind of assumed. Back in her home country, receiving a fish is akin to receiving a farm animal on a wedding. I'm also bleeding out, but that's fine. Just my organs are slowly oozing out of my pores because my body temperature is skyrocketing. My sweat mechanism is breaking down, and I just can't keep up with the large laboring. You know, all this watering things really takes it out, you know, carrying water to and from a very small location, and then moving your hands back and forth. Just, I don't know how Rag does it every day. Stardew Valley actually became a multiplayer recently, but turns out I don't have any friends who actually have the same interests as I do. So I could talk about it, and then they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool that you enjoyed that," but by no means that means I'm going to go play with you just because you like it. And then you're like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's fine." Because I'm not going to judge you based on something you do and or do not like, except that I'm just not going to tell you about it, because I'm a good friend like that. Also, did I ever upgrade the iron? I wonder if that means I can break these big rocks. I don't think it does, but I don't feel like testing that right now. I should probably get some monster feed. I'm fairly certain I planted grass. I also need to go pet the shit out of a water monster of a elemental variety. Also, I'm thinking he's leveling up. I'm fairly certain he is, because level 15 is kind of high. If only I could have checked the recording and seen if it actually was or not. But that would have been a little bit too much effort on my part. And you're only good for harvesting? No, gathering lumber, I think. Yeah, make it gather lumber. But not before I take you out, because I'm not feeding you. So this is the only way I can raise your happiness. Then just go into the dungeon and then go out of the dungeon. Actually, how close am I to a level up? Because that would help things immensely. The answer is not close. Also, my monster's the same level as I am. Also, where is it? Doesn't he have a level up bar of some sort? That could be rather unreliable unless the relationship with the player is high enough. That's interesting and cool. Hey, Mist, I'm going to give you a turnip.
Good morning.
Hello? Okay, yeah, you just... Good thing I have this hat to keep the sweat out of my eyes. I made this hat, I'll have you know, out of a bag of flour and, I think, monster parts. So, you know, I'm surprised that, Shin isn't judging me immensely for wearing, like, the leather wrappings of his brethren. But then again, he's got clothes and some shoes, and he's floating. So maybe he also cannibalizes monsters for, usable parts. Would not surprise me in this really messed up world. Because they ain't got farm animals, I can tell you that for sure. I'm trying to pick up this grass. That was a small struggle in of itself. I think the monsters, when you, defeat the boss for the first time, they just get stronger. Wow, there's nothing really here of, worth. Alright. I was pretty much expecting, seeds, or not seeds, but like, I don't know, the colorful plants, the things that you can make medicinal herbs out of, stuff like that. But, I didn't look very hard, but I don't see anything. Also, what is it? There's a reason to get everyone's friendships up in this because you unlock certain things for them, but I'm starting to think that's more of a hassle than it's truly worth doing. Also, I should really do the Rune shit soon. That'll almost be an entire episode by itself. What are you doing?
Hello.
I'm not looking for a hard horn. Also, I should probably check out that tree path. See if anything grows. Because if it does, that means I could access that area early, and then I could really start trying to progress. I'm pretty broke, and I'm gonna want something for the holiday that's tomorrow. So I need to remember to shove a whole bunch of crap in the shipping bin. Like, half of my, worth in turnips and strawberries. Because strawberries sell for a buckload. How are we doing? Well, they're eating all the rock Rune, so I should really kill the water off and then just let that go. Grass is the best there. I really need to overflow my homestead. The rocks are in danger. That's truly the case. Also, we need to get rid of a lot of the water Runes there. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna take the harvester and like go at it everywhere. And then just redistribute them. But I better not forget that, because if I did, then that would truly mess up most of everything in this area. Because I've explained it before, I'm not just gonna keep repeating myself. I can learn, you know.
May I help you?
You could. That's a
Hello.
very real possibility. Actually, I'm pretty sure you're... There's like 2 to 3 girls that like the same things. Like, almost all of them like flowers.
May I help?
I don't know if it's like, they're like... Oh, clearly it's not the best thing to give them, but they all have like a general
What
like...
will you have?
Oh, is there like friendship by like 1 because you're selling like yellow and orange grass now? This will speed up the process 1 day. Works only after you go to sleep. I will buy 1 Formula
Thank
A.
you very much.
Only good for once a harvest, and you'll need... I wish I could get like more information out of this, but that button does nothing. Soil care. Grass that cheers you up. Either the plants grow today or tomorrow, as far as I'm
I will
aware.
pray that you will not need these medicines.
Yeah, me too. Did I already give you a strawberry? Yeah, I did, because my stack's missing 1. Exactly 1. What a burden. How do you feel about all these, yeah, I'm the one who grew that. How do you feel about all these homeless people, like, moving into, your local area? Like, they just started, like, living in all these abandoned houses around here. Like, does it make you happy, or just, like... Because, they were all empty, and, like, you know, someone's using them, and they're maintaining them somewhat. Just, yeah, these are burning candles. Wow, that's really nice of Laura. I don't know why you're wasting candles like that in the middle of the day. It's the afternoon, it's kind of hot out. AC hasn't been invented. You could get like a water crystal or a wind crystal. That might help, but not exactly the same stuff. I also need to buy some books from Selfie, but I'm pretty sure I don't have enough money to do so. The exchange rate is probably... Where are you? You don't go places. You're neat. Oh yeah, books. I forgot books were a thing. It's based on your intelligence level, if you can even, like, read them. Oh, I like spears. Spears are pretty much my go-to weapon in this game. Communications. Yeah, mail. I think there were like some of these like that were actually like talking about like specific people in these books, just like based on the town or something like that. Of course I haven't. There's a whole bunch of hidden like nuances and like stuff in this game that's hard to actually know. Like I might be talking out of my ass here, as you know I tend to do on average. But I think when you discover a new book, it raises your intelligence slightly, so you might be able to read more books just based off of doing that over and over again. Those kids always get up to something around here, I want to say. I also think this is a water area. Yeah, there's Marco and Candy. Hey, you kids, what are you doing over here? Out in the ruins. Marco, you'll probably fight some other time. Oh, you do have a sword. It's probably like a foil, like a fencing foil. Not really real. Can't really hurt yourself too much with that. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's floating. I mean, mysterious game world floating island. I say that's par for the course. Maybe not around here, because this is a small town. In fact, I don't know why anyone would build a town so close to something that's, you know, potentially dangerous. But we do that in the real world all the time with volcanoes. Just look at Hawaii. Actually, I am by no means certain how anyone got to Hawaii in the first place. Like, an islander, like a truly, like, actual islander? How did they get into the middle of, like, the Pacific in the first place? Were they just, like, some shipwrecked people from long ago or something? I feel like that's a research topic on, like, Wikipedia I should look into that could entertain me for a afternoon. Because, I definitely don't know. Oh, I normally work, like, the night shifts. It's, pretty horrible. Boring. Abysmal, even. And, I'd really wish that I wasn't. And it's a good thing that I'm switching to days. Like, this week, actually. So I can actually start doing things again instead of just waiting around at night. Because, waiting for, like, barely mid-morning, where I get to talk and hang out with my friends for about 4 to 5 hours before I have to go to sleep. Because that's how my sleep schedule's all, like, messed up. So, it's definitely a good time to be had.
Hello.
I mainly just want you to go on a diet, Eunice. Like, you need to get healthy. You need to get strong. I want to see some gains. I want you to start doing leg day every day. And I just realized your favorite things like flowers or sweets. And I think cherries count as sweets, but I'm not entirely sure.
Is this...
Well, she said thank you, and she stuttered, her characteristic stuttering that is only her quality and no one else has. So I think she liked it. Gonna go check out that tree. I should probably buy more stuff. I need to clear out the rest of my farm land just to make everything easier.
Hey, young man.
You are also a young man, Eric. I do know that. I know what you're talking about, but I have to have monster friends first. They also have to like me. Why can't I just say I want to see your, like, store? Because I'm pretty much plagiarizing the shit out of you. I'm like, yeah, give me your shit, and then I take it. And then I do better things with it. Oh, that was a fucking thought for sure. I I forgot about the whole essence of farming in a dungeon. I could have just Whale Island some of these seeds.
Could you hurry up?
No. Harvest in 9 days. There was a money-making scheme somewhere in my mind. This is pumpkin. Pineapples? Pineapples are probably, like, the best. Besides, like, flowers from materia.
Could you
Oh,
hurry
stop.
up?
I'm really truly trying to think here, and you're bothering me. A 1 day difference, why wouldn't you just get eggplants? Alright, sure, fine, whatever. Alright,
then.
fine.
See you again.
I'll try to think about this, you know, more in actual time. It doesn't seem worth it to start farming like that right now, mainly because my watering can isn't upgraded. And I don't have enough RP. I don't have enough stamina usage to even begin thinking about doing any of that. But for now, I can break some of this off. Let's say 50. Only 100 per strawberry, so 100 times 50. That's a pretty good amount. Turn himself for more though. That's pretty much for a month's worth. I'm gonna cook these fishes up. Is there anything? No, not really. That's all I'm gonna sell. There's Miss standing in front of my house, like a stalker. Get off my property. I still need to go to Whale Island, but best to do that in the evening. Need to take care of my chores. I really hope I can unlock Iris. Yeah. Hope I can do that today. That's a important struggle.
Hello.
Nolan's pretty cool. He just kind of takes baths constantly and gets smashed.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, it is a good day. I mean, I kind of am. I just need to work more on it.
That will be 10 gold.
Cheap as shit. That's why I love it. If everyone in the village takes a bath a day and it's about 10 gold, and let's say a basic cherry or a basic fruit like a strawberry, and you only had one strawberry, and the strawberries aren't that big, you'd probably starve to death because there's not that many people in this village. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, Miss is the one who likes me the most. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, if there's 21 people in the village, you're making just enough to eat 2 strawberries a day. Because, you know, I counted 21, but you yourself was the number that I counted. So you're probably not going to want to pay, like, of your own money to go take a bath.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know. You like the colorful flowers. I've noticed. That's why I keep giving them to you. When I really should be using them to make alchemy stuff myself. I feel like all these friendships aren't doing so hot. Like they should be further along and further developed. Mainly because I keep forgetting to give gifts to about half these people, and then I keep forgetting where they are for the other half. Um, who is it? Oh yeah, I was gonna go check the tree, because if that's the case, then I really need to get invested into Runeys sooner. Also, need to gather more lumber, and stone's not in this one. Stone's in the fourth one for Rune Factor 4. Okay, well, I can just enter the fire dungeon right away. That's, interesting. But I should probably upgrade my stuff before I do that. Wow, I just realized I might be able to bum rush the game. Or, not exactly bum rush it, but, further it along than I normally do. Because normally I try to do every dungeon once, like, one dungeon a season. But I don't necessarily have to wait. The one thing I really need to wait for is funds to come along, so that I can get better equipment to upgrade my farming so I can tackle the dungeon better. Would also help if I gathered stuff to like materials, so I can build some things that I'm working on. Like just so I could get better equipment, because you need to get level ups, and you also crafting helps you make money, and money makes the world go round. So I can pretty much one-shot most of these enemies, so not a real big deal. I don't think I've gone down here in forever, that's for sure. A lot of good bits. Grass is always good for all the alchemy things. Then I can cut out the Lauret or House of Healing Wares in the church, so I could take the powers of God into my own hands. Ain't nothing. I think that wall up there breaks. That's right, I did level up. And I got a cheap cloth. I wanted more of a broadsword blade or something like that. Yeah, like one of those knife pieces. Should probably go mining as well. Lots of stuff to do, that's for sure. I almost feel like this is slowing it down just by me having to communicate my needs. Hey, you mind shooting them? You're a bad shot, you know that? Oh no, they're flinching me. Come on, they only do 1 damage to you as well. Tell me you can't be a... Oh, hey. You can't one-shot them? Really? We're the same level, you know that, right? Please shoot this. I'm hitting them with the hammer. This isn't even a real weapon. This is a farming instrument to break stones on my plot of land. Shouldn't you let me down every goddamn day? You need to level up and get good and do all those things. Scrap iron. Scrap iron has its uses. Not very good uses, but good enough, I guess. Shin, what are you doing? Aim. Aim better. Look, he hit you. Maybe I should get an ant instead and just raise it. Actually, this would be a good time to, ooh, wind crystal. Like something of actual decent besides scrap iron. Well, this is how it goes down. You know, I really should have cleaned my bag. I remember very specifically running out of room when I fought that boss previously. A water element. Is there such a thing here? There's probably something I could quite easily give up in here. Fish, probably. But the lowest level fish. return free into the ocean. I know you can do it, even though you've been outside of the water for 2 hours. I know you can return home. You just have to believe in yourself. So these are probably more leveled enemies, like more closer to my level. Ooh, it's a white grass. That's kind of rare. White and black grass grows during the winter. Hey, I'm fighting everything for some reason. Probably just because leveling up's important. Nothing but rocks over here. Archer. I think Archer just gathers lumber. Yeah, I'll take you with me. I don't know what you do, but we'll find out together. It's fine. Hey, don't hurt me. See, it's fine. You're my slave now. I'm gonna name you. Let's get really creative here. There we go. Okay. Let's name you. There you go. Your name is Archie, the Archer. So cool. Maybe I should name you Will instead. But the thought didn't come close enough together for me to actually think about doing that. See what you do maybe back when I get home. Probably forget about you and then be like, who the fuck is this? Who is this asshole who's taking up my food slots for the farm? I think a Grim Reaper type monster, probably definitely one sheep.
Hey there. Hey there.
Don't touch me.
Hey there. Hey there. Hey there.
Yeah. Wool. How about Willy? That'll work. Willy. There you go. Even though you told me to fuck off. Oh, you said fuck you. Yeah, I know. I can hear the noises. I try to get a cow, but I'm pretty sure a cow would murder me. In fact, if I vanquished a cow, that would increase my chances in life. I do see you. I don't much care for. Ooh, copper. Do I? Ooh. Actually, I have space. At least you can hurt these one. And fire makes them naked. Which is a interesting thing to think of. Oh. That's what I was aiming for. I just need a few more of those. What is this? Monster hide. Do I? I'm very surprised in all things I do. There's definitely a lot of chests around here. Rice, the food of the ancients. I think there might be a chocolate bar or something. Energy drink? Do I even have? I'm just getting really lucky that I already have most of the chest stuff in my inventory. Because if I didn't, that would lead me to getting my inventory full, and that would be no point. Hey, don't touch him. That's right, you're dead. Dead cow. Dead heifer. What if they were male cows? But they don't necessarily look like bulls, so that's good. I don't have a chocolate bar. I'm pretty sure I know a certain fat lady who likes chocolate. Ooh, the flowers they planted. Cutscene. From a bygone era. Hello. Maybe I should marry Iris. Yeah, good evening to you too. And then, this is why plants are cool. What? Alright. I'm not giving her a chocolate bar, I can say that. I'm getting rid of more fish. Do you want a flower? If I give a gift without saying hi first, it would seem weird. You're right, it would. Oh no, I should probably get rid of another fish. I feel like that would break the game if it like allowed that, like some value would get fucked up and I've had negative friendship. Yeah, today will be good. Hello, Iris. I'm pretty much traveling to another town. What can you... Yeah, good evening. You have monochromatic eyes. I think that's how you say that. Also, your ears are a little bit curved, so are you an elf? I don't have good, tidings with them. I am enjoying it. I'm gonna break in your house in a few more seconds, but I feel like you would enjoy this moon drop. In fact, I know you like them.
It's a very pretty flower. I'll be sure to cherish it.
I'd take that as sarcasm, but I don't know you that well. Yeah, it would lock gate up above that I've never been to before. Well, yeah, there's monsters everywhere, so it's kind of dangerous. Could it? Okay. Yeah, why wouldn't you be? I mean, the flowers are a pretty main part of my visit, but, you know, I come here for the flowers, and the only point of the flowers in the first place are to give them to you. I could give them to other people, but you are a lot harder to shop for, unless I start a tomato farm, because, I know your dark, deep secret, and, it's pretty tame, actually, for a deep, dark secret. You know, you're awake at 11 at night constantly, and you sleep during the day. So, that's interesting. Tidbit.
Thank you for coming. There's nothing here, but please make yourself at home.
Well, there's plenty of things here. There's monsters, there's, water resources. We're so high up in the sky that any sort of plant can live here because of the oxygen contents, no matter what season. You also teleport, that's also a thing. Wow, you're blushing while you're telling me that I'm weak. It was. How did you forget? You definitely have a lot of flowers, and you also have a double bed. How did you fit it up the stairs? How did a bed get here? I'm guessing you made all this yourself. What do you eat? Do you just go, like, butcher monsters for food constantly? I mean, most of those, plants over there didn't look like, they were growing so well because you had them indoors. And I noticed a distinct lack of, sunlight in your house. So Iris is a cool character, probably going to keep stalking her. But I mean, okay, stalking probably wouldn't be the best term, but I feel like it's the most applicable. Because I go down and I hunt down every single woman in this town, and I see what makes them tick. And then I learn the schedules, and I give them gifts that they like. It's getting fairly close to midnight, so I'm just going to cheap out. There's no reason not to ever use the return function. Ever. And it's a holiday. And how much money did I make to give to loot? Hey, that's probably enough to buy me something cool. Should also look into my shopping wood. Too bad I don't have enough time to waste all this RP. Well, I could go around and try to craft some stuff, but I'll do that off screen because that's kind of boring. So, so long, and see you next time.